Hello and welcome to Nerds and Stuff. My name is Martin, the Loop Master.
My name is Michael. I'll be playing Bobby, and I want my pizza.
My name is Daniel. I'll be playing Ethan, and I want someone to love me.
I'm Justin. I'll be playing Terry. He's a bird undertaker.
My name's Abby. I'll be playing Christy, and I just want silence.
Pushes in, it's sunset, the sun's going down, you guys are riding your bikes. There's a specific point leaving your hangout where the group breaks up. You know, you hit the edge of town, you guys live kind of close but still far enough away to where you guys all go your separate routes, right? So we see a shot of you guys kind of double checking your plans right before you break up, to where it's like, okay, tomorrow, morning, we're going to meet at X point, and we're going to ride over to Christopher's house and, ask him about birds that talk or something, right? So we see that shot, and then the bike follows, the camera follows, cuts to Ethan pulling up. And are you pulling up at home or the computer shop, or?
So I think they're one and the same. I think the computer shop is downstairs, and then our house is...
Or like ground floor and then upstairs?
Yeah.
Or okay.
So like first ground floor is the computer shop, upstairs is like where we live.
Okay, so you live kind of downtown where it's like business on one floor and then like maybe...
that's what I'm thinking.
Deal. So we see you pull up. Where do you put your bike then? Not that that's very important to the plot, but just for the world.
I think I carry it upstairs to my room.
Okay.
And I carry it and I hold it in my room.
That's so sad. That's so sad. Carrying bikes upstairs is horrible as a kid. Yeah.
Every day.
It's horrible every day. It's horrible as a bike enthusiast. Like everyone. Okay, so we see you like you roll the bike in, and your dad. He's not in the business. You have keys. You probably go in through a back door or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there a spot where you can leave your bike out back or something? Or do you want it to be in your room?
I think I want it to be in my room.
Okay, deal. So you go upstairs, and what's you getting home look like every day?
So I always usually I'm home before this, because this is a little later than usual.
This is very late, yeah.
But usually I come home, I drop my bike off into my room, I go into our kitchen, dining / living area space.
Can I make one?
Make two.
Can I make one suggestion or question for you?
Okay.
Is there a spare room that you could put your bike in, and that was supposed to be like a sibling's room, but never happened?
It's just become storage.
It's just like a storage, and it's kind of like the saddest room in the house kind of thing for your dad, but you're not aware of all this.
Okay. This is fine.
That's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I think we want to see, as players and as viewers, things that kids don't comprehend, but inform that your mom left and reasons why, kind of thing.
I think again, not something that Ethan would be aware of, but it would be like where my dad keeps things that my mom left, and like pictures of them together and stuff like that.
Yeah, like a sewing machine she used to use that hasn't been touched. your entire life kind of thing. Yeah. Deal. So you roll your bike into the spare room. What happens next?
So I go into the kitchen, and usually my dad is sitting there at the table, and he's either like writing something, he's tinkering on some sort of computer, or he's watching TV.
Okay, deal. So as you kind of walk up, the scent of dinner still hangs in the air. You can tell that it was maybe like a microwave.
Usually
dinner.
is.
Yeah, and the ozone from the microwave kind of hangs in the air. He just recently cooked it. You see him sitting at the table, and he has this kind of arm up, and he's resting his head on it, and he kind of has his body blocked off to you. And you don't know this, but the camera sees this, but he's softly sobbing, and he has a picture in one hand. And as you approach, he puts the picture down on the table and starts to like pull stuff over whatever he was looking at. And it looks like receipts from work and all this other business stuff. And he just kind of, hey son.
Hey Dad, I'm sorry I'm home late.
I didn't even notice what time it was.
How was the Warhammer tournament?
Nobody showed up.
Oh.
Could have told you that last episode. I knew that was...
But I had a lot of fun setting it up and taking it down. And that's... And that's all that matters. I am 100% trying to be serious.
His family.
Martin, I can't do this.
Dad, you could have just asked me to play with you.
Well, son, I knew that you wanted to go to that baseball game, and I just... Mike from work said he would be there, and it's fine. Listen, we'll get him next time, huh?
Okay, yeah.
Did you have fun? Did you go to that baseball game you were talking about?
Yeah, we found something really weird though, Dad.
Yeah, like that girl you were talking about?
Oh, yeah, I don't think I used your advice right, Dad. She wasn't interested in a magic sword.
Oh. Ethan, he kind of sits you down and puts his hand on your shoulder. He goes, listen, it's all about persistence, okay? She might not be interested in your magical sword this time. But just keep telling her about it, and maybe one day she'll want a magical sword fight with you. And he has the least sexual connotations in this conversation ever. Yeah.
Dad, you're so good with girls.
Oh no, son, listen.
Dad, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just had a long day. That robot's just been giving me hell. I'm sorry. He's been giving me some grief, and heavy stuff. It's corrected, not even swear word, and you're like, oh, I heard you just swoon for Jeff. He doesn't even swear in the 80s. Sorry. Right, so that robot's just been giving me some grief, and it was just a long day, and you can see his hands are kind of still greasy a little bit from working on it. He's just, we'll get it figured out. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's a new day. It's always a new day.
Well, how about instead of watching cartoons, how about I come and help you with the robot?
Yeah, sure. I was probably gonna get started bright and early tomorrow morning.
That'd be great. I'd love to help you out.
Deal. Well, I'll wake you up with some breakfast and we'll get to work. First thing on the robot.
Okay.
Deal. All right. Well, listen. I got a lot of bills and stuff I need to figure out, but just go on. I'll catch up with you in a little bit, and see you off to bed, buddy.
Okay, sounds good, Dad.
All right.
Ethan has been secretly working on a campaign that he can run for his dad. Even though his dad normally is a dungeon master, he's been working on this campaign, and so that's what he goes into his room, and that's what he's writing notes and stuff for that.
Deal. I like too that it has a notebook that says "super secret."
Yeah, and it's like
Ethan's
under his bed.
eyes
It's in a shoebox.
Yeah, and he kind of pulls it out, and he even looks to where his dad is, and cracks open the notebook, and that's where the camera cuts.
Yeah.
Deal.
Man, I didn't want to fall in love with this kid, Daniel.
But you don't. Christy doesn't see that.
Christy
all she
sees
is the kid that just cannot talk to her in words or sentences. Yeah.
But I don't like knowing.
There's so much bleed over here. All right, so Terry, you get home pretty shortly. What does your getting home from misadventure look like?
I do not take my bike inside. It's firmly planted in the ground as soon as I get out. It doesn't get parked anywhere.
Were you still wanting to do that thing where you hop off and it slides and hits the trailer?
He's not as excited now.
Okay, deal.
It's only when he gets excited. When he gets home, he's tired. He just drops it on the ground, walks in, sees his dad passed out on the couch. Looks like the same clothes. Looks like he probably didn't get up and do anything. So he goes
There's
in.
even more beer cans.
Yeah. Just kind of sighs. Goes and grabs a pillow, lays his dad down, puts a blanket over him. Goes in, grabs a beer out of the fridge.
Yeah. There's like cigarette barely burning, and it's like all ash.
And there's like no food in the fridge. There's like condiments and beer. And so he grabs it, sits down.
A pack of hot dogs though, but no buns.
Yeah, there's it's just like 3 hot dogs in there. So he grabs a raw hot dog, is eating it.
They've already been boiled. They're just cold.
Yeah.
No, you just described my home life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the cold hot dog.
We've all been there.
And so like my scene's fairly simple. He just sits down, turns on the TV.
Okay.
Looks
Is your
at his
dad
dad.
like sleeping on the couch?
Yeah,
in the
like
living
right
room?
next to him.
Okay.
He just goes, "Well, Dad, we won." Takes a drink.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Nothing. You can sleep, Dad.
No, I want to hear about your day.
We won our game.
You had a game today?
Yeah,
Why didn't you tell me about it? I would have came.
Sorry, Dad. I just didn't want to bother you. I knew you had to work today.
Listen, son, I'll always make time for your games.
I know you would, Dad. You should have seen Bobby, though. He was on fire today.
Who's
3-hitter.
What is that?
I don't.
It's a very good
Who's
day.
that? Oh man, that sounds exciting.
It was a good day. How was your day? Did you get to work?
Yeah.
I see you unplugged the phone from the wall again. What's that about?
No, just telemarketers calling, asking me questions.
Bosses calling.
No. Listen. How about we go to the bowling alley tomorrow?
Yeah, Dad. That'd be fun.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna get some rest. I was working so hard today. All right. Well, anyways, keep the TV down and don't play your music too loud when you go to your room.
All right, Dad. Good night.
Night. All right. So the camera kind of pulls out of the living room window, and you're just kind of watching TV, or what do you do?
Volume all the way down. Yeah.
Hey, guys, it's just...
Welcome to the 80s.
That's why we have
no joke.
That's why we have fun
Forever.
together.
Yeah.
Some part we're not having
Listen,
fun.
80s
Together,
kids have a lot of problems.
It's
They have-
hurting
There's
me.
businesses buying out their entire block, making them move away from their friends.
Yep.
There's government officials trying to steal their alien friends.
Yep. Now all you need is a pirate ship loaded with gold to save the day.
That's right.
Yep. Or in this case, birds with computer chips. All right. So Bobby and Christy ride their bikes back home, and what do we see as they're approaching their nicer house?
You see
Like-
the overly long lawn that still has not been cut.
Oh no.
Oh, you're in
Yeah,
trouble there.
and what's even funnier too is that the lawnmower was pulled out of the shed and set, clearly visible, but your dad was not going to mow it for you, kind of thing.
He's just reminding.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm trying to decide if our mom's home or not yet.
I'd say it's probably like 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Does your mom work overnight some nights?
I say rarely,
Okay.
but she does. She has,
Okay.
but I think she's probably home.
Deal. All right. So you guys roll up. Where do you put your bikes when you get home?
The garage.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Do you have
Fucking
the-
rich
do you have-
folks with a garage.
It has the button.
Do you have the hooks and the rafters where you
Oh.
have to like, flip them upside down?
Like my mom had like a special deal with the loop to have like this fun little button, and it just like raises the garage door for us, and we just go in.
Yep.
You know, like a garage door opener?
Yeah, but the loop put it
I'm
in.
describing it from the 80s.
Thematic.
Yeah.
We had garage door openers in the 80s.
Yeah, but not ones like this.
Michael
There
and
was
I are
a bunch
babies.
more
This
LEDs.
is a round garage. Does that-
Oh, it does a circle open. Jeez. For your space card
Right,
fit. Yeah. So you guys go to the garage. You guys put your bikes away. I like that. Like Bobby just leans his bike over where his parents try and park sometimes, and they always yell at him about it. And Christy puts her bike away right and properly.
But I also go and move his bike once he's out of the room.
Perfect. So Bobby enters the house first, and you see your dad with a pillow and a blanket, and he's laying on the couch watching TV. And as you guys walk in, he kind of sits up and kind of puts things away, and he just pretends to yawn from a nap that he wasn't taking. He's, oh, hey, how was, oh, he probably went to your game, wouldn't he? Does he go to your games?
Yes, maybe, unless he was called into work.
Right. Hey,
Or he was busy. Or else we have two fathers that failed
he
to
go to
show
your
to
game?
games.
Oh, no.
Did he go to your game?
I think he probably did, but it's not as exciting for because like if you consistently just go to the games, it gets less important. It's not like oh no, he doesn't go to the games. It's like he's seen me play before.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like yeah, we won.
Yeah.
Bobby won his game.
It's
Dad.
like I guess it's like it's more of like oh they expect me to do well because it's like
Okay,
one
so
thing
we'll say
I do
that like
well.
in the past 2 weeks or so, he hasn't been making it to games.
Okay.
Yeah. So he kind of sits up and he goes, hey, sport, how you doing?
Oh good. It was 3 no-hitters.
He pitched
Three
a three
hitter.
It was
Yeah,
a
they got
3-hitter.
3 hits all
I
game,
was
yeah.
told that's good.
Sounds like it.
He
So
played-
at this
he-
point, you come in.
He played really well. He won.
Good for you. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it. I've just been so swamped with work and
It's fine. I didn't get to the lawn today. I'll still get to it though.
yeah, that's fine. It's fine. How was your guys' day? You make it to the library okay?
Yeah, no, we went to the library just fine.
Oh, Christy, you're so smart. Yeah, gosh, you get so many
Where's
great
Mom?
qualities from your mother. Yeah, she went out for drinks with some friends after work. I guess it must have been a really rough day.
Well, do you want to watch a movie or something?
Oh, sweetie, I'd love to, but I got a big day tomorrow.
Okay.
Do you guys does anyone go to church? That's
I think
No.
as a formality for the dressing in the Sunday best to occasionally maintain the good family.
yeah.
Okay.
So, did you guys plan on not going to church with your plans?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think I knew that was like tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Early.
We could go in the afternoon.
No.
We
It's
need
not
to
gonna
get to
work
Chris's house ASAP.
Chris Boyd, like they start falconing at like 10. We need to be there 9:30 at the latest.
I like how you retained that much from the NBC news segment. Yeah, years ago.
Hey, like the hard science, like the biology is what this guy.
Deal. Yeah, sweetie, we gotta be up for church tomorrow and just got a big day in the afternoon. You know, Nevada doesn't have. You know that the California football team is playing tomorrow, and I can't miss the 49ers. I was like, that's a team that hasn't moved. Because I was going to say Chargers, and I was like, fuck, I don't know if they've been there that long. Anyways, the 49ers have a big game tomorrow.
Oh, that's fine. We can watch a movie another time.
Yeah, how about next weekend?
Okay.
Now come here and give your dad a hug. And he doesn't even get up off the couch.
I immediately run and give him a hug.
I saunter over and also hug.
Yeah.
You give the Michael hug.
Yeah, the half hug.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So then you guys basically like hang out for an awkward moment where he's just like,
Yeah. Just So are we gonna go to bed then?
I've already left.
go to your room.
I gave the hug. I go to the fridge. I actually order a pizza.
Oh yes. Yeah. For
'Cause I have-
Yeah.
I
You
know
like
he's like
promised her a slice on the ride home. Yeah.
One single slice.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you're like,
I order-
Terry didn't get any.
No. I ordered 2 pizzas and one of them goes in the fridge.
I got a hot dog. We're good.
And then the other one we eat. And then I guess we fade out over us eating pizza, watching Lord of the Rings for like the umpteenth time.
The
Yeah.
movie
There's-
is not.
yeah.
Is the
Yeah, you're not
animated
watching
Hobbit out though?
Hobbit.
Is the animated Hobbit out? Someone fact
Probably.
check me right now.
I think I'm
like
watching-
So-
70s.
So here's the fun
A good
thing.
one.
Here's the fun thing. Generally, the loop and its technology have altered the timeline to where we can kind of say that stuff happens. But I don't want to get into the minutia of like, this is a thing, because we can just say it, and if it's years off, then fuck it.
Whatever.
I don't care.
I want
It is out.
Yes, I want to be watching
just
the
a
animated
Hobbit.
Hobbit.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
watching this weird cartoon thing for the umpteenth time that I
Yeah.
still don't understand.
Yeah, and I'm like singing along to all.
So I like that you
That's
guys
all.
have like a
Makes no sense.
basement with like a den where you guys kind of hang out and like
Not in
burn
the
time.
same room as where he's sleeping.
No,
on the
no,
couch,
no.
yeah.
That's like the entry living room kind of
Gotcha.
thing. And then there's like a basement that has like some really cool rooms. It's also the coolest place in the house, temperature wise. So it just kind of shows you guys sitting on a couch with blankets over yourself, maybe like pizza, just eating. And then it shows like you probably falling asleep watching it. and he's what are you doing? Like, do you actually watch it, or did you fall asleep?
Once it goes off, I think I turn it off and then take her to bed. And
I like
then-
too that she fell asleep, and the second she's asleep, you
It's
just shut it.
I just wait. It's always like it's like the third song. Like she gets like halfway through and it's just she's gone.
Yeah.
And then it's like all right, and then
Or no. Even what you do is you fast forward to the credits and you hit play, and then you wake her up. Hey, it's time
It's
to go to
over.
bed. Yeah.
Oh.
then I have to carry her.
Oh.
Deal. And then so that's the scene. We meet back up. Where is your guys'
Can we
usual?
stop and talk just a second about this guy got kicked out of his bed by his wife who wasn't at home?
I also
Imagine-
think too. He's waiting on the couch for her to get home.
Okay, that makes more
Is
sense.
kind of-
I thought of it as she
Preemptive.
came home, said, "Get out of our room. I get the bed tonight," and then left.
Yeah.
then she's not going to use the bed.
yeah, or just don't be in bed when I get home.
Do we get like the crack of dawn at like the top of the highest hill so we can have a great sunrise shot
Ah.
of 4 kids in some
Hell
bikes
yeah.
and one of them has a pizza in the front?
Let us have pizzas.
You got 2 pizzas.
Yeah.
You just bought pizza?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give the other one to
You
you.
guys got that kind of money?
Yeah.
You just buy food.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dog.
they're definitely the rich family of the group for sure.
Just buy a pizza.
I like the idea that you tell them, because the church is north of town, or it's just like at the north end of town. You still have to like go to church, and then like
Sneak
the
out.
So we have,
second
like-
the second your family sits down, you're like, hey, we're gonna sit in the back, and they like let you, but then you guys leave immediately.
Do we have like backpacks with like
Change
like,
of clothes.
Yes.
Yep. So you guys go to church, but then you immediately sneak out the second your parents are out of sight.
And we meet at the gas station.
I give you a pizza box. It's like, here, Terry, this is for the pizza. / breakfast.
Which has also led to a funny conversation where your mom and dad are like, why are you bringing pizza to church?
I
Why did you guys ride your bike?
Yeah, why did they
Too much
ride their
last
bikes
night.
to church?
because
Because there are potholes. It's an 80s movie.
Well, they're old enough. Like they could be a thing that they just the
Yeah.
parents drive. They ride their bikes over
Yep.
there. So you guys are all dressed in church clothes.
No, we changed.
Yeah, they changed.
Gotcha.
Church bathroom.
I'm still wearing. I forgot a change of shoes, so I'm still wearing my dress shoes.
Oh, very good.
For adventure, perfect.
Yeah, I definitely finished helping my dad in the morning with,
Oh, like
with
super
the
early?
robot. Yeah.
You helped him a little bit, but it's a big, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big task.
Breakfast pizza.
All right, so you guys are sitting at the gas
Tastes like
station.
victory.
You guys are sitting at the gas station, and you're heading towards Chris's house now. Is that what my
After
understanding?
we ate some breakfast pizza.
Yeah, I draw the map on the lid of the pizza as we all take slices.
Yeah, we're all eating pizza while we decide how we're gonna get there.
We each get 2
Deal.
slices. That's how.
So, Chris's house is actually far out of town.
Oh, well.
That's
Yeah.
why we had that breakfast pizza to get those carbs up.
Exactly, yeah.
Carbo
So,
load.
so you guys are going to be gone most of the day. So it is like way out here. If you look at your map up there, that second 93 out of town right next to Hoover Dam's name, just right north of that is the house.
And where are we?
Wow.
Yeah, you guys are St. Christopher's
Is there any
Church.
way? Could we like expedite with this with the
Oh,
bus if
okay.
we know it's gonna be this long?
Yeah, like we're just gonna cut to that
Okay,
scene.
okay.
Like I don't know how long it would take to ride bikes
We
there.
just had
You
to role play
get
us
there and
dying in the
sun's still
desert.
up. Yeah, yeah. So it's yep. So you guys get out there. In fact, I don't. Yeah, it's probably like 7 kilometers out of town.
Yeah, so it's not actually that horrific.
Yeah.
It looks bigger than it is.
Yeah, it's a hardy bike ride though.
Yeah.
It'll take us a few hours.
Yeah. All right, so
We're kids on bikes. We can do whatever the hell we want.
yeah, we just smash cut to outside Chris's house. Really.
And we all get there. Whoa! Good ride, everybody.
Yeah.
So everyone like
Ethan
rides.
pulls out his inhaler.
And everybody's looking pretty tired except for Bobby. Bobby's just like, "Hey guys, you ready to go?"
Yeah. So as you guys are riding out and getting closer and closer, you notice that there are. You don't really notice it until someone points it out, but there are dead birds on the side of the road, like a lot. It's like every mile there's a little bit more dead birds on the side of the road. And you guys don't really know what to say about that. That's just something you notice as you're riding your bike across town, across the area.
Terry, do you want to bury these birds too?
They've already been buried as far as I'm concerned.
What?
Don't worry, Christy. Time will bury them.
I love it. All right, so you guys are just south of the lake where you guys kind of sometimes go and swim or boat or...
Like Mead?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So you guys are kind of out there. Right, so you know generally the area. It takes some time to figure out, but then we just basically get a transition to you guys outside of a house that's hidden behind a hedged high metal fence that's just overgrown. Furthermore, the garden is overgrown. There's weeds everywhere. Every single tree has about a dozen bird feeders in it. The house is 2 stories high, very narrow and tall, and also kind of leaning a little bit. It's almost like a kind of a little bit terrifying as a kid to see. The roof has a variety of perches jutting out of it. So there's some birds, or there's bird shit all over the place, and you see that all the windows have like shutters, and some of them are in disrepair, hanging off. Some of them are locked shut. Some of them have newspapers covering them. Bird droppings are everywhere. It kind of smells very rank. Yeah, and you guys actually... so that's what you see as you roll up. You can investigate further. You can have a conversation as a group.
I just look
Do you
for the
remember
guys.
this from the PBS NBC show?
I mean, it didn't look this bad.
They wouldn't show his house on the TV or
Okay.
anything.
Then
Yeah,
Did they say he was a creepy old man?
No,
that in the show?
I mean, he just looked like a guy that really liked birds.
I don't know if we should be here, guys. This doesn't look good.
Are you scared?
No.
I just want to look for the,
Clearly, like, shivering.
I just want to find the nearest doorbell.
Deal.
I guess because it's an overgrown hedge.
We gotta
have
go
to
over a
climb over
fence.
that.
There's a fence with like an overgrown gate.
I'm gonna
even.
try, and if I can't open that, I try to open the gate. If I can, I'm just gonna climb over.
Ethan, let me throw you over.
Terry's got a good arm. We established that yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here, boost you.
All right, so you're gonna hoist
I'm gonna
Ethan up
boost
and
Ethan
over the
up
fence.
over the fence.
Okay. All right, so that's gonna require a move, I believe, from him. But he's giving you a boost.
Oh,
is really what's
no.
happening. Because ultimately, it's his ability to climb, not your ability to boost.
Oh man.
So
Can he help
you do
you?
get. Is that
He
with
is
the bonus?
helping
Oh
me,
my
yes.
gosh.
Oh.
Does your dice bag help at all?
No, it weighs him down, if anything.
Double 6
Holy shit! Holy
It was a
shit!
good boost.
Super shit. Yeah. All right. Holy smokes.
You should major in boosting.
Okay, so you can give another success to another kid. You can impress someone.
I am impressing Christy so hard.
Yes.
All right, so tell us a little bit about you climbing over this fence and what it looks like.
So he gives me a slight boost. Actually, I want to switch this. I want to give a success to Christy.
Okay.
She'll have to get over the fence.
So
I
I
assist her over, so we throw
I
them
get
over.
The two lightest kids.
and
to
then
unlock
so I
the
get
gate.
up to the top and I just hold my hand down to Christy to pull her up over the fence.
Oh man. Okay, do I need to roll in?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
He gave you a success. Yep. So you guys both climb over the fence, and Bobby and Terry are on the other side. And now you guys are going to have to basically unlock it from the backside, which will just require a tinker, I believe.
Okay.
Maybe not. No. We'll say this will be a force to kind of like move. There's like a block that's like sealing it shut.
Great.
Is that a 1?
But either one of you can do it.
I have a 1 as well.
Would you like to assist him and make it a 2?
I think one of us just has to have a 2.
I can try and break it open.
Okay.
Do you want to help?
Yeah, I'll help.
Okay.
So I imagine we're just like both holding
Trying
on and just
so hard.
ripping.
Their
Alright.
dumb little tiny
Double
arms.
success.
One success.
Jeez. All right.
Power of friendship.
These 2 dice are mine forever.
So you're pulling on this bar that's wedged the gate shut. It comes free, and you guys both collapse to the ground.
Oh, yeah.
And like it's almost that scene in every '80s kids movie where you land and she lands on top of you, and then she like gets flustered and gets up immediately.
Immediately gets
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Is the door
Right before he stared in
open?
his
Like,
eyes.
as-
Yeah,
No.
as that
So I
happens,
just
the doors
see them.
swing open. Yeah. And you see her scrambling to your feet, and you see Ethan like, like,
Yeah.
yeah, takes another hit off the asthma inhaler. All
I
right, so you
adjust
guys,
my glasses.
yep, you guys are in
Making
the
it a little
yard,
smoky.
and yeah, so it has like a front kind of porch area. It has like a sidewalk that leads off around the side of the house. This overgrown weeds everywhere. It leads kind of back to a tool shed. And you can tell that it's second story with like a basement down below. What do you guys do?
I yell out to Christopher Boyd,
Okay.
so we're not just sneaking around his house. Actually, no,
We could have done that before we broke into his house.
You just yell his first and last
I
name.
like that sometimes I'm like, oh, is that what you really do? But now that you said it, you guys get through this whole gate ordeal and you go, hey, Chris!
yeah, that's actually what I'm gonna do. I think I've already committed
Yeah,
to doing that
yeah.
action. I start yelling out to Chris.
Perfect.
What is
so,
that gonna be?
It's nothing. It's,
Yeah, you just yell
just
it.
yell it. There's no yell skill. Right. So what it will take though is like a. Are you investigating to see if someone's home, or are you just yelling?
I want to see if someone's home.
Okay, so that'll be an investigate then.
Oh, good. That's like 2.
You're surveying a
lie.
place or situation.
Can I help him?
I have 2.
Are you gonna yell Chris at a
Chris!
house?
Chris!
Your brother does it, so you're like, good idea.
Are you assisting?
Yes.
One
Yup.
success.
Okay, one success. So you're yelling, and you see like this kind of bigger silhouette appear in a second-story window, and
Hey, Chris!
and you see an axe in hand, and then you see him kind of like you see the silhouette like frantically look around, and then like zip away from the window, and like from the kid's point of view, the way this is shot, it looks terrifying. You know, it's
Oh,
that
yeah.
super scary like scene from It, where a giant silhouette shows up with an axe, like the hard silhouette of an axe head,
I
and then you
start
see
to,
him
like-
look frantically and walk away.
I like get very close to Terry.
Yeah, guys, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
This
I
ain't
don't want
worth
to be here
dying over.
anymore.
Deal.
Yeah.
Actually,
we just
could I do a quick
rode-
survey of like if there's anything in the immediate looking area to grab before we just hightail it to a place for a better lookout for when we come back at night.
Like
I mean,
a weapon?
We haven't left yet. We just are role playing, talking
necessarily.
about what we're gonna do.
Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for like any kind of weapon, the kind of pipe that wedged the gate shut.
I'd like to grab that then,
Okay.
but also start moving outside the gate and look for alternate ways to like look into this area. So we're gonna leave through that gate. I'm gonna leave through that gate.
Do we hear anything coming from the house?
That would probably take
Investigate.
an investigate.
We're not very good at investigating.
I'm pretty good at investigating.
I mean, it depends too. Is like if you guys just want to take a little bit more time and like listen pretty
Yeah, I'm
effectively.
just
I
gonna-
don't need.
I guess
I don't need you.
I'm gonna.
to roll.
I just want to
grab
back
that
up
thing and
towards
just-
the gate that we came
Yeah.
in,
Yeah.
and just kind of watch the door to see if anybody shows up.
Okay. And remember, you do have those successes from contact previously.
Oh, so I don't have to necessarily roll again to see him?
And he also has important information that we know. But that's very meta. We
Yeah.
as characters do not
Yeah,
know
right.
that he has important information. We assume.
Also, remember too, I'm narrating through the kid's lens.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you Chris? I
Bobby, get over
I-
here.
have the bat this
Grab him
time.
by his shirt.
I elbow him and go, call him Mr. Boyd.
Mr. Boyle!
Boyd! Boyd!
Yeah, he knows him.
Mr. Boyle, are you home?
Hey,
Right.
we have weapons. And we know about the birds, Mr. Boyd.
We have birds. I know you like birds.
So almost on cue, you see like a flock of birds kind of flying, and they shift and they start swooping at you.
Oh man, I start swinging at those
Ethan
birds.
I'm gonna grab that pipe that we
hiding
talked about.
behind Terry.
These are more seagulls too.
I'm gonna grab that pipe and take a swing at one when it gets close.
Okay, mostly there are so many birds that this is more just
Run fear.
It's not running.
It's trying to not
just
get hit.
Not get hit. Yeah. So you can use a couple different skills to avoid suffering a condition, but basically you're going to have to either move, which is like dodging them. You're going to have to use force to like bat any away. You're going to have to sneak to hide from any swooping birds. So these are all body checks.
Sneaking immediately.
I'm going to sneak by hiding behind Terry.
I'm gonna force by just swinging and try to make an area that they don't come in.
Is there a porch?
Yeah.
I want to try. I'm gonna try to find a place under the porch.
Okay, like a bench or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, come on, sneak.
I failed.
I also failed.
Oh, I didn't.
I
Just
also failed.
barely though.
Okay, so you have 2 successes or just 1?
I just have one.
Okay, so you're the only one who's
So
successful.
I guess.
Okay, so
So I guess
everyone.
I just like lay down really fast Matrix style.
Yep. So you have 1 success. So you just kind of dodge some of them as you're kind of like, you're like you're freaking out and you're hiding, and then these guys all get kind of caught off guard, or the birds kind of swoop in a weird way. So you guys are all going to take the condition injured.
Oh no.
Could I possibly make an argument for the condition of scared instead because I was behind him?
So I would either say scared or injured,
I'd definitely be injured.
depending
I
on
got hit
how.
for
I tried to
Sure.
fight them off. I got injured.
100%.
Yeah.
I lone
Yeah.
wolfed it over to the porch and got hit immediately.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can do to give successes to someone else? Or I have to get 2.
You have to get 1 additional success. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Any.
Let me break myself real quick.
Jeez.
So you're hiding like under Terry's legs, and he's like stepping on you, and you're just like
Yeah.
screaming and like terrified, and you guys both just.
And the reason I
pecked
couldn't
at.
do it is because I kept tripping over this guy.
Exactly. Yeah. Plus you roll like shit. All right.
That's there too.
All right.
I'm gonna
So
take dice.
so they kind of swoop by and just get out of there. But you guys have never seen this happen before. You've never heard of it happening before, and you guys are kind of like freaking out or like super paranoid, thinking about whether you should even get out of here or not. And just as you're like the most terrified, you hear a window kind of grind open on the 2nd story, and you see this like bald-headed giant man with a big bushy beard stick his head out. Kind of less beard, super bald. He sticks his head out and he goes, "Hey, you kids, okay?"
Yeah, Christopher. Would I know? I would know his
Yeah.
face. That was him, right?
Do I know you? Yeah,
I
this
think-
is Chris, but he's let himself go a lot.
Oh no.
You look like shit. You looked way better on TV.
Bobby, stop!
Bobby, shut up.
These birds are attacking us.
Yeah, no. I'll meet you downstairs.
I run
Don't
for
bring the axe.
What he said.
Really
Right.
going inside?
There are no birds
That's the bird
inside that
guy.
we know
There's
of.
an axe man inside.
Yeah, and there are birds outside.
We could run away for both.
It's easier to run away from an axe than a bird.
Is it?
There's 4 of us and only 1 of him. With teamwork, we can win.
I have a pipe.
Okay.
I'm already standing at that door.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like bashing on.
If you want to stay out here, Ethan, go ahead. I'm heading in.
Ethan does not want to be alone. He will follow.
So there's the front deck and there's the door, and you guys hear this like loud thud, clearly hearing him set down the axe, and then you hear like 3 different locks unlocking, and you see him kind of like creak the door open and kind of size up each one of you as you kind of look at, and he's like, "What are you kids doing here?"
We've been attacked by birds.
Yeah, what are you doing at my house getting attacked by birds?
Christy, show me what we
Hey,
found.
Mr. Boyd, we drove.
Birds talking.
No, stop. No, we
Tell
found
him
a bird.
everything.
That
We
was
found
it.
a bird and it had a chip in it, and we know that you know a lot about birds.
So what the camera really sees is you just mumbling a bunch of
Trying
stuff because
so
you're a
hard.
12-year-old that was just attacked by birds, and he goes, "Birds talk," and he goes,
Do you have the
and the
chip?
door shuts for a second,
I do. I kept it in my pocket.
and you guys are like, huh, you know? And then you see the door open.
Oh, he had
And-
like a final lock.
Yeah, like he had the chain.
Yeah.
And he said, get in here quick.
All right, I'm in.
I'm in.
Deal. And like probably Ethan's
Ethan is
last,
last.
so he kind of looks around and you just hear like an off-camera bird squawk.
Yeah,
and you're like,
Ethan-
"Ugh." You jump into the house
Yep.
and the door shuts. And then you see when you enter this house, it smells like death. There are dead birds all over the floor, having been cut down with an axe. There are bird cages with like something that hacked into them, just ripped to pieces kind of thing. There's bird shit all over the floor. It stinks. It's dark. It's humid. You're seeing this guy. And let me show you a kind of picture of him so we're all on the same page. This guy right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's kind of like he's injured. You can see that he's been pecked to hell, and he kind of gestures for you guys to sit on a couch, but the couch looks really gross.
I have a seat.
I'll stand.
Yeah.
I sit down.
Yeah. This is actually cleaner than your house.
It's
Right.
cleaner than the clothes I'm wearing.
Right. So you guys sit down, and he kind of just takes a deep breath, and he goes, "What are you guys doing here?"
We heard you know about birds. We had questions about birds.
Mr. Boyd, there was a chip inside the neck of a bird, and we don't know what's happening, and we knew that you would probably be someone to talk to.
Did you kill all these birds?
Thank you, Bobby.
Bobby, stop! Bobby,
Yeah, sure
Mr.
did.
Boyd,
I thought you liked birds. Documentary I saw you on said you really like
I'm
birds.
sorry about.
I was
I'm with Bobby on this line of questioning.
I was out bird watching on Friday, and I got
With an
attacked.
axe?
No,
Oh, okay.
I got attacked, and he kind of points, and there's this nasty gash on his cheekbone, just ripped up flesh. It should be stitches easily, but it's just
Just like super glued in.
I want to look while we're talking if I can see any stitch marks on these birds.
okay. Yeah, so that will be an investigate.
Okay.
Meanwhile, so he's like, I was attacked. I was up by Boulder Beach, and I was bird watching, and sure enough, I got attacked. And right, so what I'm probably gonna have you do is
I can roll luck. Can I roll luck?
you can absolutely re-roll.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're gonna suffer a condition.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Man, I keep
I'm
praying that
snooping
it's
in
not
this
just like a fail, like
Axeman.
it doesn't
And
happen.
because I have a condition, I roll -1 dice.
Yes.
You got it.
Got it this time.
Perfect. Okay. So we'll come back to you in a second. Right. So he was out at Boulder Beach, got attacked by a pretty nasty bigger bird, and he refers to it as a ghost hawk.
Right. I'm like pretending I know, but I have no
yeah,
idea, like
yeah.
in all my classes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when he kind of sees you, and he immediately knows that you have no idea what he's talking about, so he kind of turns and he's
It's
looking at his
bird chart.
bookshelf and pulls out this like bird book, and he opens this book, and it's a beautiful giant bird. Let me actually bring up a picture super quick. Anyways, so he says, this ghost hawk swooped down, was pecking at my face, and I just had to run from it. And there's been bird attacks. I don't know if you guys heard, but there's probably one of your classmates or something was hospitalized on Saturday, nearly ripped to pieces from a
What
bird
was his
attack.
name?
Was it Roger?
Was it Kyle?
Not Kyle.
It was
Kyle.
Roger.
It was Roger.
It was Roger.
Thank God.
Well,
I'm gonna write that down. That's canon.
I was just thinking like it's gonna be Roger, and then we're not gonna ever have to worry about that rock because he's not gonna press charges on a boy in a
it
hospital.
was the seagulls that I threw the rock at that went after Roger.
Oh no, the birds heard you talking that it was Roger that did it.
Yeah, the other birds were like, "Who the fuck threw that rock?"
That kid said it was Roger.
That's fucked up. That's
you throw that rock?
We killed
that's so
Roger.
fucked up. You guys killed Roger.
Roger's not gonna make it.
You guys killed Roger, 100%.
Oh, we're murderers.
Oh, dang it! We're down shortstop.
But he died? Or he just
No,
lost?
Roger's
he's
not
just
gonna make
super
it.
hospitalized. If you guys can see this, okay.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a lot prettier when it's not
Yeah.
trying to rip your eyes out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was. Oh, I was just so amazed to catch one, and I heard they're super rare around these parts, and sure enough, swooped down and started attacking me. I was swinging for the fences, but
You caught one?
no. Oh no. I ran for my life, and then I heard about the bird attacks, and the birds here in my house started getting worked up, and at this point you're looking at them, and none of them have stitches. None of them are any of the birds that he's talking about. It seems almost exclusively to be seagulls, black-headed gulls, and great cormorants or something like that, and the ghost hawk.
No, Mr.
And most of them sound like birds that hang around the lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you hear the birds say anything?
Come to think about it, I did. Truth be told, I thought I was going a little crazy. And now that you say that, one of you, whoever watches the most TV, or no, actually, who probably hears the most rumors from like in-town stuff? Because you might, because you work at that business and customers come in, but it also might be because both of your parents work at the Loop, right?
I spent a lot of time at the arcade. Maybe I'd hear some stuff
Yeah,
there.
perfect.
And plus, Brian would tell me everything.
Yeah.
Brian.
So Brian,
who knows what Terry does on an average day?
Brian told you about this rumor about this crazy bird guy who was dressed in a bird outfit and jumped off a cliff trying to fly and broke both of his legs.
Okay.
And now that you're watching him walk and grab the book and talk, you see him walking with like this weird limp, and you realize that this is the crazy bird guy who jumped off a cliff trying to fly. And he's like, I thought I was going crazy, but sure enough, I heard these birds talking.
Well, let's not rule anything out yet, but what did they say?
Well, they were talking about their nest, and
Bird stuff.
they were talking about getting more food and getting busy like birds do.
What do you mean?
No,
Well, anyways.
The birds and the bees talk.
but now, what? But then, so what? Did anything happen right before the birds in your house turned on you?
Wait, the birds in your house turned on you?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I mean, I was just.
Oh, that's right. You didn't just murder them out of...
They were acting real suspicious, but none of them tried to attack me. But I didn't want to take my chance. Do you see this?
Yeah.
And
Wait,
it's
so
like,
they didn't attack you and you just went at them with an axe?
well, better get them before they get you.
That's a good point.
That's
Mr.
the most
Boyd,
American thing I've ever heard.
In fact, you can guarantee that we will defend you to the death. We would never come at you.
Yeah.
I make like a little noise like you got that pipe.
Yeah, like I think I'm starting to get a little bit queased out at this point. Like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah,
If he decides we're a threat, he's gonna come after us.
Yep. But sure enough,
Yeah.
I reckon that somebody's been doing something to these birds.
Who would mess with? Well, you're watching the birds. Have you seen anyone out there?
Can
What? Oh wait, do you know the baker in town?
Do you know Stuffins?
I do know Stuffins.
We think that whoever's doing this
Please
hates
feel free to save
Stuffins.
this conversation whenever
I was gonna say, can I?
Even the DM's like, oh, please stop this nonsense.
Christy, talk to him for a minute. Bobby, let's talk about this.
Sidebar.
I was gonna see if I can investigate, see if he has any research anywhere.
Yeah, sure. His house is a mess.
That's fair.
Yeah. So, and as a kid, like, there's bird drawings everywhere. He looks like an enthusiast. He doesn't look like he has any technical capabilities. He has light bulbs that aren't even fixed out. You can just see empty light bulb sockets. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would weld together these chips.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, is there
Please call me Christopher.
Okay, Sir Christopher. Have you noticed anybody else in town that likes birds? Anyone like near the lake or anything?
Yeah, I met a scientist once. He was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And,
I looked in the mirror.
Did he kill all his birds?
well, he was... God, I remember going to a retreat with him back in Vegas. It was a local bird retreat, like a bird watcher's retreat, and he was talking about making birds smarter. And, God...
Don't sound like that's our guy.
He worked out at the Loop for a little while. I think his name was,
If he says Jerry Stuffins.
Swear to God.
Yeah. I rightly can't remember his name.
But you said he used to work at the Loop, but he doesn't anymore?
I don't think he lives in town anymore, honestly. He was real sweet on one of the other scientists that worked out there. I can't remember her name either. But she was fired, I think, and he quit, and they moved away.
How long ago was this?
I reckon a couple months ago, a couple years ago.
Good time frame, Mr. Boyd.
I get those mixed up too sometimes.
Donald was his name.
Donald.
I mean, can we trust that?
Do you know?
Yeah, Donald something with a D.
No.
His name, the Birdman's name was not Donald Duck, right?
No, that would be funny. I'd remember that name. But it was close.
Was there anybody that was at the Birdwatchers retreat that was close to Donald?
No, he wouldn't stop talking about someone. I think her name started with a D too.
Daisy?
Does he make really good deals?
I don't know.
Okay.
You'll have to ask him. Anyways, I get what you're going at as a player, as another person.
It's fine. That's an Easter egg.
But yeah, I don't know. I reckon maybe Donald's cheese slipped right off his cracker, and maybe he's trying to make birds smarter or more violent or something.
Could he make me smarter?
I don't think that's what he's going for.
Donald's pretty crazy. You don't want to mess with his type.
Yeah.
And you don't know anything about where he could be?
I thought he moved away. He has a house just outside of town, probably back about halfway between here and town.
Okay.
Yeah, he kept inviting me over to look at some projects he was working on, but that guy is crazy.
Now, how often do you say you get out to the lake to go bird watching?
I try and make it out about every other weekend.
You ever see anything weird out there?
No, I see tons of weird stuff out in the lake.
Do you ever weird stuff involving people?
Well, yeah, I've seen kids getting
Not skinny dipping stuff.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
When did the birds start attacking or acting weird?
Well, I've been keeping a real close ear on the situation. I reckon it's been a couple weeks now, maybe a couple months.
Really?
No more than a year. I know that much.
We just barely noticed.
I just reckon the birds are getting real crazy. You know, when a ghost hawk comes in and starts messing with the ecosystem,
Right.
starts putting everybody on edge.
Yeah, we know about that.
Yeah. Like when the government came in with the loot back in the 50s. I'll tell you, man, a lot of people around here started getting crazy.
Like who? Stuffins?
I reckon stuff might be a little crazy.
So, but you haven't noticed any people messing with birds out at the lake?
I mean, just kids throwing rocks at them and stuff. Damn
Gross,
kids.
yeah.
I'll tell you, any kid that throws a rock at a bird ought to have a rock thrown at him.
You know,
by a bird.
Do you know, funny story. You know Roger?
Yeah, the one that was ripped to pieces by...
I interject. It's like, well, it's been wonderful taking up your time. We will see ourselves out. Thank you so much for protecting us from these birds. We're gonna go home. Donald's house.
You guys want to ride back into town?
No.
Well,
No, we got our
Donald's
bikes.
We got
house.
our bikes. It probably won't
There's
fit
too
in your
much
car.
in a pizza
Well, I've
box.
got a truck.
Well, if you got a truck, then yeah.
What time is it roughly?
It's midday.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if you want to give us a ride to Donald's house, that'd be
doesn't
great.
know where
Just give us-
Donald lives.
Well, I said it was halfway. I thought his old house.
Ah.
Donald's old house. Or is that too specific?
Did he know where Donald's old house was?
Yeah, he
told
said
us.
it's in between there
Oh,
and town, but
I
he
would
doesn't
like
know exactly.
to go there.
Honestly, I don't rightly reckon where it is. I just know it's outside of town, but not as far as outside as mine.
Alright, well, we'll go see if we can find it. I think.
Nah, kids these days.
Yeah.
I love your adventurous spirit.
Well,
You ever thought about bird watching? I mean, not right now. Clearly, these birds are a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll watch for the birds. Like, watch out for the birds.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, and you two are injured. It
Yeah.
looks like they got a piece of you already.
Yeah, they're probably digesting it at this point.
You guys want some neosporin?
No, thank you.
He pulls it out of his pocket.
How
Oh,
gross
just
does it look?
warm.
Oh, it's
Neosporin.
terrible. It's terrible. And now that you see it, his face is like a little greasy from Neosporin
No.
everywhere.
I think I'm okay, Mr. Boyd. But here's your key back, your lock. I hand him the pipe.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't want any, no solicitation kind of
Didn't
thing.
want any of those birds
Yeah.
to get in, yeah.
I'll tell you what, if we figure out how to fix these birds, we'll let you know.
I left my window upstairs open, and he just grabs the axe and runs upstairs.
Alright, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I leave as well.
Yeah. All right, we leave and we walk out to our bikes. Are you guys just like riding out of?
Yeah.
Are we
riding out of
really
here?
close to the lake right now?
Yeah. So you guys are.
somewhere around here.
Yeah. If here, let me see them. Bringing the map a little bit closer.
We're awfully close to that.
Actually, I'll just show you on this guy. No, just that one.
We're
Okay.
off to the
So you guys are right about here. So you're much closer to the lake than anything else even.
Is there anything like if I look up, can I see big congregations of birds and like where they would?
Yeah, I mean there's always birds around the lake.
Okay.
But that's probably like, I mean, a kilometer's not far. You can probably see a kilometer away, right? And then the scale that shows the lake is probably
Within, like, we could look at the lake from where we're at.
perfect. Yeah, so you guys actually see tons of seagulls around the lake.
Like,
Is it like
more than normal?
Well, when they swooped down, they probably like went off back to the lake. How often do you guys go to the lake to understand a baseline of normal?
Every now and then. I'd say a couple times a year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially in the summer, you guys go to the lake often, and you guys have heard about birds getting a little bit aggressive and stuff like that, but you just figured maybe it was too hot and they were going crazy, or whatever parents tell kids to stop them asking questions. Right. So my mom never answered quick. No, I'm just joking. Right. So
I wasn't.
you guys could absolutely head to the lake. You guys could head back to town. What are you guys thinking?
We need to go investigate
I'm gonna
this
go to the lake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless
Or
we
we could go
Sorry.
to the house.
We don't
I mean,
know where it is.
it's really hot. Let's go to the lake.
Okay. I'll follow you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna do whatever Bobby does. I
Go to
just
the lake.
Deal.
I gotta go work on my tan so I can press that.
We'll play volleyball. You
So
guys figure out what's
I
going
actually
on.
beat out that boy for the pitcher spot that's from LA, but his sister's pretty cute.
Oh yeah, California girl.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I wish they all could be California girls.
Yep. Yeah, we got the first half. You didn't have to finish it.
Let's smash cut to the lake.
Thank you. All right, so you guys smash cut to the lake, and you guys are able. I'm assuming you guys are looking for. What are you looking for at the lake?
I'm looking for what was the bird that attacked him? It was something.
Goshawk.
Goshawk.
Yeah,
Goshawk.
So, the lake is huge. So do you guys just ride through the wilderness up north, or do you head to the right and proper beach, or where do you guys go?
I think we're just going to the beach.
Okay.
We
Because the
wouldn't
beach,
really know where to go.
the beach is pretty far away, and you can actually see
Oh, okay.
on the map where it says Boulder
over
Beach,
Here. Okay,
Yeah.
so we would probably just go straight to where we could see the lake.
and then just ride along the
So
shore
probably
and
Yeah.
everything.
So it'd be
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
So-
it would be great beachland.
Yeah, so as you guys are riding along the shoreline, you guys see a lot of kind of strange things. For instance, there are a lot of seagulls nearby, but they're almost like much deeper, or they're farther north. But one thing that kind of throws you off is you see just like hundreds of pigeons just circling that island that's just north of where you're at. It's called
Big Boulder Island?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, do you think we can talk to these birds?
Well,
And
can't
if
kill
you guys
him.
want to investigate, you can even find more stuff.
I would like
I'll
to
We
investigate.
can kill them. We're
I
very-
mean,
Do you want to just
I mean,
help me
We can't.
investigate?
If we want to talk to him, we got to talk to him before we kill him.
right.
Do you want to just help me investigate?
Oh, we're really like one investigate.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do
I'll
group
help
checks
you
in this game.
investigate.
Yeah.
Alright, if she investigates wrong, you're in trouble.
That's a lot of dice.
And then take one away because of your condition.
Yeah.
Meh.
Get out of here. Okay. We've got so many sixes.
3.
So
Deal.
many.
That's all the 6s. You are super good at investigating. All right. So when you investigate, you get to ask one additional question, or you can take +1 when you're using that information. So deal. Right. So let's go to the questions, which are.
What's the purpose?
Yeah, I
fair
wish
made
that
it.
was on the
Who
list.
made it?
Deal. All right.
I wish they all could be.
Oh, that was calculate.
California
Investigate is a
gold.
different list. What is hidden here and where is it? What does it mean? How can I get into, out of, past something? What threats can I perceive here? Where is it?
Well, how many do I get to ask?
2 or 3 if you decide.
2
to
as a baseline, and
Okay.
1 more per each additional success. So you can ask
Uh,
up to
good
4
point.
questions. Yeah.
What does it mean?
So, when you're looking at this, you can tell that the pigeons, who you've previously had kind of just no contact with, or just heard them talking briefly, you see them congregated very closely, kind of thing. Then you also see seagulls swooping near this herd, and you see the pigeons kind of defending against the seagulls. So you can tell that they're at odds with each other, and this reminds you very much of when you're at the baseball game and those birds were attacking each other too. So it clearly feels like some sort of battle between these different types of birds going on.
We get to choose to aid the seagulls or the pigeons.
We get to choose our alliance.
Yep.
I've already chosen.
The horde.
I killed a seagull.
He's already a marked man
Yeah.
in the goal community.
Oh, Roger was.
Yeah, Roger.
Yeah, Roger.
Wink.
Roger got it.
Roger's just gonna
Roger's
keep
the
getting
martyr.
shit out throughout this entire
Roger's
game.
the martyr.
Yeah.
There'll be a statue built in Roger's honor.
So
What-
so that was
what-
your first question. Is you can tell that they are defending themselves against the seagulls.
Is what threat is imminent? Is that just a dumb question? Because we don't know.
It's never a dumb question.
Well,
No, we're
that
dumb
one.
kids.
It's what threats can I perceive here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you, as you're kind of watching these pigeons swoop, you also see you see someone watching you from like a bluff that kind of sits out over the lake. It's hard to tell, hard to make out anything about them. They're wearing a bright yellow jacket. They're kind of standing there with binoculars.
I know who
As
it
you're
is.
kind of casually watching them, you're kind of watching them, and then you kind of notice someone, and you're watching them, and then they kind of turn and they're watching you now. You also see the ghost hawk way farther onto the lake,
Okay.
but it's just like circling. It's not doing anything, but
will you read me those
yeah.
questions one more time?
What is hidden here and where is it? What does it mean? What has happened here? How can I get into, out of, past something? And what threats can I perceive here and where is it? Where is it is its own question, by the way, not to confuse.
Oh, gotcha. Gosh. And if I don't ask an additional question, I get to get an additional die with this information.
So you asked 2 questions already, right?
Yes.
So you have up to 2 more questions or bonus 2 dice later.
Maybe bonus 2 dice.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay. Deal. Then write it down.
Bank
So
those
when
2
you're acting
successes.
on this information, which is the pigeon's nest, basically, and the person watching you.
It's the Gorton's fisherman.
All right, so as you guys are kind of standing at the lake, looking out into the distance, seeing these birds kind of at odds with each other, also you feel like you're being watched by someone new, we are going to call that a session. So we will be back next week with more Tales from the Loop.
One more.
That's
Why
it.
can't I hit a bird with a pipe?
You hit one with a rock.
I
from a great
should
distance.
have brought out my dice bag and just smacked him with my dice
There was a
bag.
flock of birds hit, and I couldn't hit one of them.
Too bad it wasn't, or was it, a flock of seagulls?
Oh, man.